Shapes here, and today we are going to be doing something different. I've been seeing a lot of content relating to VTubers recently and thought to myself, why not try it out? After that, I fell down a rabbit hole of trying to figure out what I needed to do and desperately searching on YouTube for hours and hours in order to find tutorials. This is my current progress so far, and if you'd like to find out how I did, then stay tuned. I will be giving out step-by-step explanations in this video. On this day, the first thing I did was trying to understand what exactly is a VTuber. From what I came across, VTuber models are of two types, 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional. 2D models consist of multiple layers of textures, one laying on top of another. These layers can then be rigged in software such as Live2D in order to simulate movements such as eyes, hair, etc. 3D models, on the other hand, can be considered to be made of polygons. Usually software such as Blender is used to make them. 3D models are more sophisticated when done right, however they tend to be more intensive on the computer. So if the hardware isn't up to par, that will make designing them a nightmare. So I thought it's better to stick to 2D models since I like their design better anyways. This begins my journey of trying to make a VTuber from scratch. I've always enjoyed drawing during the earlier years of my life, but recently, I've been having what we know as artist blocks and I just can't get myself to pick up a brush and paint. This is my first time dipping my toes into digital art, and I must say that I love it a lot. I can draw and paint without the worry of having to clean up the mess later or hiding the paint water away just in case my cat randomly decides he wants to drink it. Now, let me tell you a bit about myself. I am in my mid-20s and this is what I look like. And one of my favorite animes is Yuri on Ice. Now, I'm not saying I look exactly like him, but hear me out. Even if by just 1% or me having black hair and brown eyes, this inspired me to make a model in his likeness. If anyone out there is also interested in VTubers or VTubing in general, why not subscribe to me and join me on this journey? I'm not exactly sure how long this process will take, but I do know that the first step is to draw your character in software such as Photoshop, or Clip Studio, among others. However, one thing to note is that we should export it into the format known as PSD, because Live2D requires this format for rigging. I began using Photoshop to make my model, and this is my first time using it, as well as digital art in general, so that is just a warning for people out there who are more adept at this than me. I will be making mistakes and try to learn from them. With that being said, please be patient and kind with me during this process so that it will be an enjoyable experience all around. On the first day, I only managed to draw a rough outline of the face and hair. A lot of the time simply went into adapting to the various hotkeys in Photoshop. I used this day to draw the eyebrows and eyes. The eyes are one of the more important aspects of the model because it is very easy to make them look dull and lifeless. Also, a lot of tutorial channels were recommending we split the eyes into different sections. So I split the eyes into these sections: the eye whites, iris, pupil, upper and lower eyelids, upper lashes, and eyebrows. It is also advised to think of the perspective from the model's point of view. So our right will be the character model's left. A simple trick to make things easier while drawing is by focusing on just the left side. Then, by using the symmetry tool, you will automatically obtain the right side as well. Having symmetry will make it a lot easier to rig the model later on in Live2D. I then added in shadows and highlights just to make them look a bit more lifelike. On the third day, I focused on layering the hair and adding in individual strands to the side of the head and on the face as well. After that, I added in the shadows and highlights. Remember to section off and separate all the strands that will have movement. Next, I move on to the ears. I made the rough outline and then added the outer lines and shadow. The mouth is next. I began by drawing the model with his mouth closed. After that, I expanded it into him with his mouth open, then added the tongue, teeth, and shadows. So, after the third day, we are done with drawing the facial features such as eyes, eyebrows, and adding hair as well as hair strands. I have yet to perform touch-ups and finalizing everything. I am going to try to finish the model first before going to the touch-up phase. The next thing I will have to do is move on to the neck and eventually deciding on the clothes as well. After that, there's also the matter of rigging the model. But let's take it one step at a time so that we do not overwhelm ourselves. I hope you like my video, and for those who want to continue this journey with me, why not click the subscribe button, wink wink, Anyways, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.